Sahih Al-Bukhari 1371, narrated Aisha. The Prophet said, "They now realize that what I used to tell them was the truth." And Allah said, "Verily, you cannot make the dead to hear I benefit them, and similarly the disbelievers, nor can you make the deaf hear." 2780. Sahih Al-Bukhari 1372, narrated Masruq. Aisha said that a Jewess came to her and mentioned the punishment in the grave, saying to her, "May Allah protect you from the punishment of the grave." Aisha then asked Allah's Messenger about the punishment of the grave. He said, "Yes, there is punishment in the grave." Aisha added, "After that I never saw Allah's Messenger but seeking refuge with Allah from the punishment in the grave in every prayer he prayed." Sahih Al-Bukhari 1373, narrated Asma bint Abi Bakr. Allah's Messenger once stood up delivering a sermon and mentioned the trial which people will face in the grave. When he mentioned that, the Muslims started shouting loudly. Sahih Al-Bukhari 1374, narrated Anas bin Malik. Allah's Messenger said, "When Allah's slave is put in his grave and his companions return and he even hears their footsteps, two angels come to him and make him sit and ask, 'What did you use to say about this man Muhammad, the faithful?' Believer will say, 'I testify that he is Allah's slave and his apostle.' Then they will say to him, 'Look at your place in the hell fire. Allah has given you a place in paradise instead of it, so he will see both his places." Qatada said, "We were informed that his grave would be made spacious." Then Qatada went back to the narration of Anas, who said, "Whereas a hypocrite or a non-believer will be asked, 'What did you used to say about this man?' He will reply, 'I do not know, but I used to say what the people used to say.' So they will say to him, 'Neither did you know, nor did you take the guidance by reciting the Quran.' Then he will be hit with iron hammers once that he will send such a cry as everything near to him will hear, except jinns and human beings." See Hadith number 422. Sahih Al-Bukhari 1375, narrated Abi Ayyub. Once the Prophet went out after sunset and heard a dreadful voice and said, "The Jews are being punished in their graves." Sahih Al-Bukhari 1376, narrated Musa bin Uqba. From the daughter of Khalid bin Sa'id bin al-Asi, who said that she had heard the Prophet seeking refuge with Allah from the punishment in the grave. Sahih Al-Bukhari 1377, narrated Abu Huraira. Allah's Messenger used to invoke Allah. Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min adhabi al-kabir nar wa min fitnati al-maya wa min fitnati al-masi ad-dajjal. O Allah, refuge with you from the punishment in the grave and from the punishment in the hellfire and from the afflictions of life and death and the afflictions of al-masi ad-dajjal. Sahih Al-Bukhari 1378, narrated Ibn Abbas. The Prophet once passed by two graves and said, "They, the deceased persons in those graves, are being tortured not for a great thing to avoid," and then added, "Yes, they are being punished for a big sin, for one of them used to go about with calumnies, while the other never saved himself from being soiled with his urine." Ibn Abbas added, "Then he took a green leaf of a date palm and split it into two pieces, and fixed one piece on each grave and said, 'May their punishment be abated till these two pieces get dry.'" Sahih Al-Bukhari 1379, narrated Abdullah bin Umar. Allah's Messenger said, "When any one of you dies, he is shown his place both in the morning and in the evening. If he is one of the people of paradise, he is shown his place in it, and if he is from the people of the hell fire, he is shown his place there. Then it is said to him, This is your place till Allah resurrect you on the day of resurrection. Sahieh Al-Bukhari 1380. Narrated Abu Sa'id al-Khudri. Allah's Messenger said, when the funeral is ready for its burial and the people lift it on their shoulders, then if the deceased is a righteous person, he says, take me ahead, and if he is not a righteous one, then he says, woe to it me, where are you taking it me? And his voice is audible to everything, except human beings, and if they heard it they would fall down unconscious. Thanks for watching Hadees. Like and subscribe my channel for more Hadees videos. Allah Hafiz.